when I get to the academy, oftentimes I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be doing that day. First thing to do today is build up this diorama background. It's an exhibit on ocean plastics. I've started this background off using older methods with wood and wire and paper mache. We're getting all this plastic from artists Richard Lang and Judith Selby, and they've been collecting plastics from the same beach in Marin County for over 20 years. Incorporate that down here. And I'm gonna use some acrylic paint. This is also plastic. That's way more paint than I need. For this exhibit, we're just showing like a coastal California habitat. Most preparators in natural history museums have formal training in art and studio art, but I studied art informally, and my formal study in college was biology and evolution and ecology. I work from 7 to 4. It works out good. Gives us time to take care of things on the floor for maintenance. Because we're open 365 days a year, we have to take care of maintenance of the exhibits when the public isn't around. An endless amount of maintenance to do, so it's kind of like triage. My cart is my mobile office. I try to keep a little bit of everything I might need on the cart. So this area is quite the dust catcher. It looks pretty good. I wonder if Alejandro has been cleaning it. I'm turning on the light in various parts of the museum that I'm gonna check out. One of the things we need to do is check for pests. I look at Salon because the hair on her is real hair, and in the past we've had trouble with clothes moths eating it. Lots of things wind up in here that shouldn't be there. Stuff also gets tossed in. Another example of microplastics everywhere. Like, here's like a little jewel. This diorama has had ongoing problems with rodent infestations. And you can see there's like little tiny mouse footprints everywhere. One of the difficult things is this surface in here is loose sand. It's kind of hard to clean. I'm checking these drawers to make sure they're in working order and to make sure nothing's come loose inside. So I'm looking for like insect droppings and things. So another thing we need to check is our fluid preserved specimens that are in alcohol. The alcohol will evaporate, can evaporate if the jar isn't sealed tightly, so you just need to take a look at the alcohol level from time to time and make sure something hasn't happened. I always say, like in the aquarium, they have to keep the live stuff alive, but in the collection side, we have to keep the dead stuff dead. It's like, it wants to turn back into life. Every exhibit has its own problem spot. Over the years, we've learned we have to really take care to design to try to minimize places where pests can get, but rats are so amazingly adaptable and ingenious. Oh no, what have we here? Taking care of small fixes helps prevent bigger problems in the future. Jen Sparrow is one of our exhibit designers, and we're going to look at various elements of the marine plastic debris exhibit that we've been working on. I'm actually just using the Calcos tank as my reference. I'm gonna try to get some like shelly sand from them, which will be down here. And then I'm leaving this open so I can incorporate some plastics and stuff. So it's gonna be kind of this sort of attitude. And then so there'll be like sand and stuff, so it'll be kind of like foraging. Yeah. So I was thinking the plastics would sort of be stuck in there. And then here we're discussing the composition of this fish habitat model and what the major visual elements will be.
If some of the color selection is lighter.
Yeah, so we'll like see what we get. Let's go over to the wood shop and take a look at some graphic substrates. Just from a graphic production point, like we'll have to like break the graphics at least one place, and I was like, well, do we want to actually break it in a couple spots just to make it easier for the fabricators?
Because we should ask JMP if that ½ inch is too thin.
Right, yeah, can they even do that? I'm gonna put this down, and I think I'm gonna put gypsum plaster as like an underlayment. I basically just kind of chopped it off, and like the graphic can just sit on there like the way that is, and then just paint it black. We've got some other design questions that need answers for, and let's just go look at the real thing. And then for the MER case, I'm worried about like that back panel and like what it's made of, and like I might want to put more screws. We've just arrived in the aquarium, and we're going to look at how this exhibit case is going to fit in its new location in the new marine plastic debris exhibit. And because this,
having it stick out of the wall though,
then we could possibly put the graphic on that rather than have to get it inside of the case. Repurposing an old exhibit in a new space can be quite a puzzle, and it's really helpful to talk it over with a designer. Now it's time to test this prototype with the team. Do you think I need to put sloth talk on there? I brought some charcoal.
Okay, I think we should.
Should we write it?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, okay. We're getting staff to take turns trying out the prototype, and we're observing to see what's working and what's not. Sometimes prototyping is fixing things on the fly, and other times it's standing back and evaluating where we can develop it more. When the monitor went dark, did the voice stop and stuff?
I love the idea of the sides coming out and providing more of a little booth to engage.
Something that you actually enter into. Now I'm back in the shop, and this is the part of the day where I'm going to be tinkering with design and fabrication methods. It's a great part of the day. Gotta put these to bed to make room for the next thing. And mostly it's gonna just be me measuring and marking and cutting. I like to tinker. I don't do this kind of stuff at home because I don't have the tools. Thinking through how I'm gonna make it. I hope I don't mess one up and need to make a third. I'm gonna do something now that looks slightly more like I know what I'm doing. This is for our ocean marine plastics exhibit, and this is going to be a little magnified vitrine, so we'll show plastics in the process of being degraded in this vitrine, and it's going to be kind of sunk down into a countertop in one of the old dive station exhibits, so we're repurposing the exhibit. So there'll be some light around here, the tabletop will be there, and then this part is just gonna be a metal ring that'll like hold this lens on. Developing new exhibits, it's R&D. That's like a fun job to have, to be tinkering and figuring stuff out, which makes it really great. At the end of the day, I need to like put in the pest report for 2 places. A little more to tinker on before I head home. Some days you make a lot of progress, and other days it seems like you don't get very far at all, but today was a good day, and I can't wait to come back and see what happens tomorrow.